At Chairo Christian School, we have a set of values that we hope shape who we are and what we do. One of those values is uniqueness, and we celebrate and respond to the uniqueness of each individual as an image bearer of God.
To me, it's reminding me that God is so awesome, and He's put a little bit of Himself in each one of us, and it's reflected in each one of us. And so when we remind ourselves of that, we treat each other with respect and honour, and I think that's why it's so important that as a value at Chairo, it helps us to remember to treat each other well and to treat our students well, and just, yeah, we're interacting with a bit of God each day.
So each student in the classroom is unique. Again, they have different things that they offer, which makes classroom learning really rich, because each student has something very different to bring to the table, different skills, different experiences, different abilities, and different ways of thinking and viewing the world. And that makes for a really rich experience and rich discussion and rich ways of learning.
Looking on from other people, when I'm interacting with students and staff, I see it in that other staff members can look at a blank wall and fill it with artwork. They can just make it look such a beautiful space, and then even when we're on yard duty, interacting with children, you can see the little organisers, the future leaders, the future politicians, and so in my role, admin, I love doing admin, and I know some people don't. But I just see that we all have our gifts and talents that can be outworked in our role at Chairo.
Each member brings something different. So each teacher will have different ways of relating to students. They will have different students that they connect with. They will have different ways of teaching and of bringing learning to the table. And if we all did it the same, school would be very boring. And it's really important to explore all those different areas and different ways of experiencing life.
It's so easy to, and I'm guilty of this as well, but it's so easy to get caught up in the day-to-day workings of life and forget that we are wonderfully and fearfully made. Like, that's what Psalm says, that we're wonderfully and fearfully made.
As Christians, we believe that the church is the body of Christ, and that each member of the church has a different role to play. They bring different things to the table, and together that draws together as one. And that's the same in our school community. We might be different, but at the same time we're still looking towards the same goal.
In my role, we do a lot of first aid, and so we have children coming up. Some children react differently when they've been hurt. Some cope with it well, some others don't. When we treat each child as a special person, it's treating people, not dismissing their fears and their anxieties. Yeah, when we're interacting with parents, I need to remember that to them, their child is the most important person in the world, and so got to remember that.
So one way that Chairo really draws on students' unique gifts and talents and passions is through the Think project, which is a project at Year 7-8 where each student gets to work on something that they're particularly passionate about. And they work with a mentor, and the projects are just hugely different. We had a young man here who welded together a combi van fire pit one year, and we had a girl who handcrafted a chess set, and through to students who've written plays on social injustices, and another girl who gave packs out to the homeless out in Melbourne. And it's a really rich way to give students the opportunity to express their gifts, their talents, and to chase their passions.